Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show, episode 646. I am your host, Matrixlord212, and I'm with Chris. What's up, Chris?
Hey, guys, spoilers. Rey uses a lightsaber in episode 8. Big shock, right?
Oh, my God, right? Damn! I thought she was going to use a friggin' gun or something.
I thought she was going to have a toaster.
Maybe.
Like a light toaster, and she was going to shoot toast at everybody.
All right, so again, we have this whole concept of cinematic universe that is expanding in a sense of the ridiculous. And it turns out that, yes, Disney has one with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but they want their own. So why don't you tell us about that, Chris?
Sure. So, like Matrixlord just said, yeah, Disney is planning to have their own cinematic universe. And I just want to preface this too by saying I like cinematic universes. I think that done well, like Marvel is doing and some of the stuff that DC is doing, I enjoy having movies that are interconnected that aren't necessarily just sequels because I think it adds to the movie for me. I'm a big fan of, obviously, kaiju and stuff. And what a lot of people don't realize is that the Showa Godzilla series was a cinematic universe in itself because it had Godzilla, it had Rodan, who had his own movie, Mothra had her own movie, you know, and then these characters crossed over and stuff, and Ghidorah had his own movie, obviously, with everybody in it. That was kind of the big crossover event, kind of like the Avengers. And then it was Destroy All Monsters and whatnot. So I'm a big fan of cinematic universes, and I think they work. Now, does that mean every franchise should have a cinematic universe? No.
I want to clarify, too, so there's no misconception also. I am all for cinematic universes as well, as long as you have a universe. When I say that, I mean that you have enough movies or characters that have been established already that can either be rebooted or recreated or reimagined or just add on where you could do that. Like, yes, Marvel Cinematic Universe, DC Cinematic Universe, Hasbro Cinematic Universe, Universal Monsters Cinematic Universe, Hanna-Barbera Cinematic Universe, but a Ghostbusters Cinematic Universe would not work because there's only one movie franchise, and that's with the originals. Now, we're getting new Ghostbusters, but you really can't have a universe if it's only one thing. We don't even know if this Ghostbusters movie is going to be good enough to get a sequel. So how do you have a universe? See, that's where I feel things go wrong. You know what I'm saying? Then people start creating stuff to have a universe, and sometimes it doesn't work. Like, for them to do an Alien or 20th Century Fox Alien Cinematic Universe, well, you got Prometheus, and you got, see, it's not yet. You know what I'm saying? So Godzilla, yes, but certain things are just not ready for its own universe. So if that clears up some things, right, or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I agree. You know, I don't think cinematic universes should be planned out from the beginning. I think what has to happen is you have to have. I like having two successful movies. I like seeing one really good starting movie. Then you do a sequel, and if the sequel works, then you can start planning on doing crazy things with other things. But now it seems like they start planning the universe first while sometimes sacrificing a single movie. And I think that's a mistake. I don't think you should ever sacrifice a single movie just to build up your universe, which is, I think, the overall and mega issue in a movie like Batman vs. Superman.
That keeps coming up, that movie.
That and Iron Man 2.
I know. Those
Iron
movies
Man
keep
2 was
creeping
the
up.
first one. Yeah, Iron Man 2 was the first one that did this. They sacrificed Iron Man 2 to build up the Avengers, and the movie suffered because of it. So
Yes.
I think that you need to focus on one movie at a time to try and build it up. And I think Marvel has learned from that, and I think DC will learn from that. And hopefully other films that want to have, or other production companies that want to do cinematic universes, learn from those two and understand never sacrifice a single movie.
Right. Right, like Batman vs. Superman.
Right.
It should have been a Man of Steel too.
Right.
Okay. All right, so tell us what this Disney Cinematic Universe consists of.
Well, it looks like it's starting off with Mary Poppins 2 with Emily Blunt, which is interesting. I like Emily Blunt.
Yes.
And then we have, I guess, 101 Dalmatians, Cruella de Vil being played by Emma Stone, which is, again, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
There's a rumored Peter Pan spinoff for Tinkerbell, who's possibly being played by Reese Witherspoon.
Yes.
Which is interesting. And I guess Dumbo was another one.
And Maleficent, too.
Yeah. And a movie with The Rock.
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson's action-adventure epic Jungle Cruise and the Nutcracker Four Realms. Four Realms.
There's also a movie called Prince Charming, which is not of Prince Charming, but his brother that's the brother of Prince Charming that he's trying to be Prince Charming? I don't know, whatever.
So he's less charming?
He's not charming at all.
Oh.
So, but it's like sarcasm.
Oh.
Like, Prince Charming? yeah, whatever. All right.
I should play that part.
Yeah. All right, so we have that news, which I do look forward to. Mary Poppins. A whole bunch of them I'm actually looking forward to. But at some point in time, things are going to get a little crowded, especially with Disney already having a Marvel Cinematic Universe. So,
well, my question is, what are these characters going to do when they meet?
Well,
like, they can't fight somebody.
See, the problem I have with the DC Cinematic Universe is I could see if they were having, let's say, the villains, and then the villains would meet up in a big thing, like, say, Maleficent and Cruella, and then you know what I'm saying?
Did you mean Disney?
Yeah, Disney.
Okay. You said DC, and I was like...
I did say DC? No, I meant Disney, I'm sorry. So that's what I would have, and have it build up to a big storyline. But I guess they're not doing it with this phase. It's just movies, not a big, like, Infinity War storyline type of thing, you know? So
they're never going to cross over?
I don't think so.
So they're just having...
Well, this is their first phase.
A cinematic universe just for the purpose of having a cinematic universe?
Well, yes. See, Universal intend to fight each other. So they will cross over into a big thing. But Disney is kind of like, all right, this is our first phase. See what happens. Maybe if we have a second phase, maybe we'll have a little bit. So it's not really like, like no monumental buildup. Just all people in the same house. Like a universe. It's all right.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
They should have left it ambiguous to make people think about it. Like, have subtle hints that it is like they're all in the same thing.
They're kind of like everybody. This is the new craze now. It's besides like the selfie, it's cinematic universe. So they just want to call it a cinematic universe, even though it's like, yeah, it's a universe that just doesn't interact with each other. Which I guess you can have that, But where's the fun where it doesn't interact? So I don't know.
All right.
Yeah. So, what else do we have?
We have, for Netflix and Stargate SG1 fans, I guess there's going to be a new series for SG1 on Netflix. And I guess it says, this is the official synopsis. It says, hundreds of years from now, the last surviving humans discover the means of sending consciousness back through time directly into people in the 21st century.
Consciousness?
Yeah. These travelers assume the lives of seemingly random people while secretly working as teams to perform missions in order to save humanity from a terrible future.
Sounds like Quantum Leap.
I gather, yeah. Armed with only their knowledge of history and an archive of social media profiles, the travelers discover that the 21st century lives and relationships are as much of a challenge as their high-stakes missions.
It sounds like they're hopping into bodies like Sam Beckett.
Yeah.
That's Quantum Leap.
Well, now it's Travelers. Stargate.
You know, interesting thing. I do want to add to this.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. I made a mistake. It's not connected to Stargate. It's made by the Stargate producers.
Okay.
My fault. That was my sorry.
Yeah, because I was saying, where's the Stargate? Yeah. All right. So what is this called? Travelers.
Travelers.
Okay. I don't know, man. I love time travel stuff, but it sounds too much like a copy of Quantum Leap. I don't like copying, so I did want to say something. Old Doc was talking to me on texting back and forth yesterday, and he told me that he asked me if I knew this. He said that, did I know that there was a connection between Stargate SG1 and Doctor Who? And he says Terry Nation, Doctor Who writer and creator of the Daleks, was a writer and producer on MacGyver. And also, I guess he was part of Stargate. And Stargate once paid homage to Doctor Who by showing an alien craft that was the size of a telephone booth that was bigger on the inside. So that's interesting. I did not know that, Old Doc. Thank you. I have to check that out. Yeah, I also heard that the Stargate's coming back in like a rebooted movie thing. So, that's what I want. Now I reminded myself. On the weekend, I watched The Rocketeer. Now, I don't know if you're a fan of that movie, Chris, or if you've seen it.
Never saw it.
Okay. Back then, there was a lack of comic book movies, superhero movies, and basically all we got was like The Rocketeer, okay? It was Disney's Rocketeer. So that was from a comic book from back in the day where the guy, he finds this jetpack and he has to make this cool helmet and save the world and battle Nazis and whatever. So, and he had a gun and it was cool. Like he was a pilot. So they made a movie back in the day. Timothy Dalton, of course, was the villain. And Jennifer Connelly was the girl. And, it was the guy. It was a great movie, but it never took off. It's like a fan favorite, but it never made the box office dollars. And you can kind of see, if you watch Rocketeer, you can see some similarities with Iron Man. Some things.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So that's where they basically got Iron Man thing from, is like the special effects as part of the Rocketeer. So Disney says, you know what? We're doing all this stuff with Marvel. Rocketeer was always our baby. We want to bring the Rocketeer back. So that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to try to make sequels out of it, a franchise, reboot it. 2018, I think, they're going to have. So that's great. That's fantastic. I'm happy about that. I believe they have a part of The Greatest American Hero also. If I'm not mistaken, I heard a rumor about that they have it or they purchased it or whatever. I know it used to be on ABC. So I don't know. I have to look into that, but I will. And I'm also trying to scout and find where they're filming it, where their pitch is to The Greatest American Hero new series. So that's that. What else do you have, Chris?
Well, I want to address this first. This Legend of Zelda live-action series that's apparently coming to Netflix, this is fake. Apparently Nintendo has no plans of doing any Zelda live-action stuff right now. This is from a couple of months ago, this article.
Okay.
So I don't think there's anything to talk about there.
Don't you hate it when they put stuff out? Like, I know somebody the other day put a thing about Darth Maul or Star Wars Netflix thing, and I'm like, well, wait a minute. I looked at it for a second. I was talking to you, then I'm like, wait a minute. April Fool's is over. But then somebody keeps sharing new April Fool's stuff, and I'm like, that's supposed to end April 1st. I don't know why.
That wasn't an April Fool's joke.
It wasn't.
That was a fan-made film for a Star Wars film festival.
Oh, but they said it was a Netflix thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that was an April Fool's joke, kind of.
Yeah, but it wasn't necessarily fake. Like,
right.
It's an actual thing. But
Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha.
Now,
So, yeah.
we have this news here about Goosebumps 2.
Yeah.
Apparently, really the only thing that it says here is that it's a go with the original director and writer. However, thankfully, Screen Rant, this is coming from Screen Rant, this reminded me of something which I find rather interesting. Wesley Snipes signed a deal with WWE. They are going to be making Blade.
Wait, what?
Yes. Yep.
Wait a minute. Marvel has Blade.
Nope.
Wait a minute.
Apparently they want him to do a Blade movie with WWE.
Marvel wants it?
I don't know who. All I heard was Wesley Snipes signed with WWE. And there's a rumor coming out that he's going to be doing a Blade movie with them. I don't know how, but...
That is impossible.
Apparently not.
Where did you hear this?
Well, Screen Rant has the article about him.
Yeah, but Screen Rant's not always accurate.
No. Screen Rant has the article about him with WWE. That's definite. However, the Blade thing was just a rumor that I heard, so don't take it too seriously. However, I heard it, so just keep it in mind.
Okay. I mean, I pretty much heard that he went to talk to Marvel about that like months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So Disney would not, if they got Blade back, Disney would not part with that.
I mean, I may be mistaken, but that's just what came to mind here. It's definite that he is signed with WWE though.
Okay. Marvel owns Blade now. The Marvel rights, they have Blade. They got the Blade rights back. So, unless Disney is allowing it, I mean, I don't know about that. All right, we're going to have to follow that story very closely. Nathan Fillion is going to be...
Again, I may have been mistaken, but...
Yeah. Nathan Fillion is going to be Simon Williams, which is Wonder Man in Guardians of the Galaxy. In case you don't know who Wonder Man was, he became an Avenger, and he had a romance with the Scarlet Witch, and it was like a whole big deal. So that's very interesting. I guess it's a cameo. And he was a superhero that he turned into an actor.
I wonder. Could they be planting him in there for Phase 4? Probably.
Wonder Man movie. Castle's not always going to be around. Forever. Possible. All right. We did have a surprise at the box office, Chris.
What's that?
Batman vs. Superman has been doing a little better. I guess that's overseas, not necessarily. But here it is. It is overseas. We have an 851,883,636. So it still stands at 319 domestically. So again, keep in mind that it makes 600,000 a day during the week, and now it's probably going to make even less. So one more week we have about it, and that's it.
Yeah.
So, all right. I did see The Boss on the weekends with Sharon. And I gotta say, as always, Melissa McCarthy is fantastic. I enjoyed the movie. I don't think I've seen a bad Melissa McCarthy movie yet. I hope I don't see one soon. That's bad. It's kind of surprising. It was interesting about she was a rich tycoon, one of the richest women, 47th richest woman in the world, and then something happened. Peter Dinklage is the villain, and she goes to jail. She loses all her money, and then she has to try to get famous and rich again. So she has her assistant, her ex-assistant. She tries to start a girl brownies, like a Girl Scouts, but with brownies, and it's pretty funny. And she gets rich again. So she wrote that with her husband and someone else. So that was interesting. And she actually paid for it to be made too. She produced it, so it was pretty funny. And then I guess the next movie that she's in is Ghostbusters. So we're gonna see how that goes. They had some more posters they released, I think, today. So we'll see.
Okay, I want to edit it here. Okay, forget that Blade thing, because that. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, because that was fake. Okay, but they did sign a thing with him.
Okay.
The movie is not Blade; it's called Temple.
Okay.
With him and Seth Rollins. Okay, where the hell did I get Blade from? All right. Anyway.
That's okay. What else we got going on? Oh, man, there's so much stuff to talk about, but not necessarily everything's show.
Oh, I have something if you want me to go into it.
Yeah.
In 3 days, Toho is having a panel about Shin Gojira. So I'm guessing we're going to get some info there about something. I mean, they already released the trailer. Maybe we'll get another one. Maybe we'll get like merchandise stuff. Maybe we'll get another synopsis or a poster or something. But 3 days, I think they're live streaming it from Japan. So that's probably going to be something big, hopefully.
That's awesome. Toho Godzilla. Yes. All right. What else did I want to say? So much stuff I want to say. I can't think of it right now. Oh, okay. I know what I'm going to say. So I saw Bates Motel.
Mm-hmm.
3 more episodes left. Getting amazing. Great. I just hope next year's the last Bates Motel. So somehow between now and next year, everybody has to die, but I guess Norman Bates, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just hoping that somehow they just start the Psycho movies from Bates Motel with the actors, Highmore plays Norman Bates.
Yeah.
I really want them to do a Psycho directly connected to Bates Motel. I think now is the time. Maybe you could do a twist. Maybe you could do not necessarily repeat the first Psycho, like maybe a Bates Motel movie could be like, maybe they could just call it Bates Motel, and then she's still alive like the mother.
Sure.
And then maybe she dies, and then just go into the regular Psycho franchise. But I'm kind of hoping that if they do a Psycho, they do things differently. I'm liking the idea that he has a brother that nobody knew about, and all these other things in the background. I guess the sheriff still lives. I'm not sure, but it's such a good show. It would be great for it to be a movie. Now, besides Bates Motel, Damien is also a great show. I'm thinking that's going to be picked up for a second season. Besides Damien, Supergirl's finished now. Had its cliffhanger and everything. It's going to make a second season, so I'm happy about that. I'm hearing something stupid like I don't know if you watched Supergirl, Chris, but
no.
There was a ship that landed on Earth that's exactly like Superman's spaceship and Supergirl's spaceship.
Oh yeah.
And they're trying to say who is it. I'm really hoping it's not Crypto the dog. which there's someone said that they hired Tom Welling, Superman, to talk as Crypto the dog. I really hope that's not the case. I kind of hope it's her mother somehow.
That'd be hilarious.
It would be horrible to Supergirl show. Then they're saying Project Catamus, the clone of Superman mixed with Lex Luthor DNA, which is Superboy, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
So I would like that rather than Crypto also. So we have that to look forward to. And we also have the fact that Linda Carter is going to play the President of the United States. So that's great that she's going to be in it. Besides those shows, Game of Thrones had returned on Sunday. Did you watch it or you don't watch that?
Oh, I don't watch Game of Thrones.
Okay. I got to say, I wasn't crazy about it for the first time. I don't know if it's that they didn't take it from the books, they ran out of stuff and they're doing their own thing, or what. Maybe I need a little more time. So I'm going to give it a little more time. But on a reverse note, did you watch Fear the Walking Dead?
I did.
I liked it. Did you like it?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
I liked it better than the other episodes.
There were things about it that I liked, but again, overall, I thought it was very, very boring. I really did. It was a very boring show.
And we'll have the ratings for you tomorrow, and we'll talk about how low they are, because they were low last week, and it's alarming AMC big time. It's affecting even Walking Dead possibly.
That's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate.
And it could be because Fear the Walking Dead just isn't that good. Could it be because of the finale with Negan? I don't really know. I would assume that it has to do with both things. One, they're pissed off about that.
Yeah.
And two, that Fear the Walking Dead just ain't good.
I agree. I think it's both. I think that I think they left such a bad taste in everybody's mouth with the finale ending the way it did in The Walking Dead, and then this show, it's not that good anymore. I love the first season, but this season I've just been bored. I've been watching the clock whenever the show comes on. Okay, come on.
That's bad when you're watching the clock. I know.
Yeah.
And another thing that's really sad is the fact that we're getting 15 episodes of this.
Yeah.
Which is very alarming, because 15 episodes of Fear the Walking Dead before Walking Dead comes back.
No.
And what's even worse is that they're going to do a show 6 episodes, take a break, then come back with a mid-season opener. Yeah. And it's supposed to end right before Walking Dead starts, which it's starting to become a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I'm going to change microphones too, because I think I'm talking too loud. But, yeah, do I sound okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. With the other one, I can't hear myself, and I'm talking so loud, I don't want to wake up Sharon. So. So it's starting to get to be a nuisance.
Yeah.
And I can't stress enough that, yes, there are some cases where people want more of a product, but Walking Dead has enough of the product. 15, 16 episodes a year is enough, right? You don't need to have Fear the Walking Dead. People are not happy with it. So I think you should stop it with the second season. But of course, they greenlit a third season. And they're planning on another webisode thing. That's 16 episodes. And they're planning on another spinoff. So there's going to become a point in time where Walking Dead something is on all year long, which I believe that's the plan.
Boy.
And I got to say, stop now, because you're going to kill the original.
Yeah, I agree.
You have to. In the case with Doctor Who, we're starving for Doctor Who. One episode for this year. But there is also the reverse of it, where you do too much of one thing is a bad thing. You make too much of a product, and then it sits on the shelf. Or something happens, and they just don't buy. They don't watch. So it's too slow. It's too slow. It's just too damn slow. The characters are not even likable. I mean, I like Rick. I like Shane when Shane was on. There's so many interesting characters of Walking Dead. Even the people you don't like are more interesting, like Father Gabriel,
Yeah.
But, like, these people are just, I don't give a rat's ass about them. That's the sad part. How could you root for somebody if you don't give a shit?
Yeah.
That's bad.
I agree. I mean, like, but with Rick and everybody, like, I know we've had more time with them, but, like, we started caring about those characters. I started caring about them from, like, episode 1.
Correct.
Like, this show, I'm just kind of like...
I'm hoping, like, this one dies. This one, that's bad. I'm like, what if they just wipe everybody out? That'd be great. And nothing against the actors. I'm sorry, but whoever's doing this is not making it interesting enough. It's so... I mean, again, they joke about it, right? I don't know how they do a talk. I don't even watch Talking Dead.
Oh, it was good last time.
Was? Okay.
Because Chris Jericho was on there, and he was talking about the show. But at one point, he said something, too. He was like, I hated one of the characters on the show. He likes them now. But he was like, I hated one of these characters on the show because they were just like... He even said, I want some of these people to die. And I was like, oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
I was like, go Jericho. He likes the show, he said, but he was like, I want some of these characters to die. And I was like, point. I was a fan when it was only a couple episodes, like the first season. I thought it was good, 6 episodes, done.
Oh, you liked the first 6 episodes?
I liked when it was 6 episodes.
Yeah, I hated it.
I liked it better when it was just 6. Now that it's 15, I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, come on. I want a break from this show every now and then,
But that's the problem when Walking Dead starts and you don't get a break from Walking Dead.
Exactly.
Got to tell you, they got to do something else in the opener for Walking Dead other than who Negan kills. Because I got to tell you, if that's all you get, I'm going to be looking at the clock too.
Yeah.
Because you got to have something else interesting in there. Deviate from the comics, man. Just do something different.
I think what they're going to do in that first episode is they're going to show who Negan killed, and then they're going to show the kingdom.
Yeah.
They're going to have the characters from the kingdom.
Yeah, I think so. All right. What else? Was that it? I think that's it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Take care. Bye for now.